In the high, thin air of the world's great mountain ranges, a shadow glides across the jagged peaks. It is a creature of immense scale, an ancient lineage, a master of the skies who has witnessed the passing of millennia. This is the white condor, an evolutionary giant. The story of how these magnificent birds grew to such enormous sizes is a captivating saga, written in the language of evolution, shaped by the unique pressures of their environment and perfected through the relentless pursuit of survival. To understand the condor is to look back in time, to an era of colossal beasts and unforgiving landscapes, and to appreciate the intricate dance between life and the forces that mold it. Their journey from ancient ancestors to the titans of the sky we see today is one of nature's most extraordinary tales of adaptation and endurance. The white condor belongs to the family Cathartidae, known as the New World vultures. Unlike their Old World counterparts, they are more closely related to storks than to hawks and eagles. This family has a deep history stretching back tens of millions of years, with fossil evidence painting a picture of a diverse and widespread group. But the condor's direct ancestors took this evolutionary blueprint to an entirely new level. The most famous of these is the truly colossal, the giant teratorn that soared over Argentina 6 million years ago. With a wingspan estimated at over 20 feet, it was one of the largest flying birds ever to exist. While not a direct ancestor, demonstrates the evolutionary potential for gigantism within this avian lineage, a potential that the condors would inherit and refine. They are living relics, carrying the genetic legacy of a time when giants ruled the earth and the sky. To truly appreciate the condor, one must comprehend its sheer scale. An adult's wingspan can stretch over 9, sometimes 10 feet from tip to tip, a breadth that rivals a small glider. This incredible structure is supported by a skeleton that is a masterpiece of lightweight engineering, with many bones being hollow and reinforced with internal struts. This reduces weight without sacrificing strength. Furthermore, their respiratory system is enhanced by a series of air sacs that extend into these hollow bones, not only aiding in buoyancy, but also creating a highly efficient one-way flow of oxygen through the lungs, a critical adaptation for high-altitude exertion. Their feathers are equally specialized. The long primary feathers at the wingtips splay out like fingers, allowing for fine control and reducing drag. And then there is the head, bald and unadorned. This seemingly stark feature is a crucial hygienic adaptation for a scavenger, preventing feathers from becoming matted with blood and bacteria while feeding deep inside a carcass. Finally, the formidable hooked beak is not a weapon of predation, but a specialized tool, perfectly shaped to rip and tear through the tough hides of large animals that would be impenetrable to lesser scavengers. This enormous frame is not built for flapping. Constant powered flight would be energetically impossible for a bird of this size. Instead, the condor is the ultimate glider, a virtuoso of soaring. Its entire existence is dependent on its ability to harness the invisible energy of the atmosphere. As the sun warms the earth, columns of rising warm air, known as thermals, are created. Condors have an innate ability to locate and exploit these thermal updrafts, circling within them to gain altitude with almost no effort. Once they reach the top of a thermal, they can glide for miles, slowly descending until they find the next column of rising air to lift them again. This staircase of the sky allows them to travel huge distances, sometimes over 100 miles in a single day, while searching for food. Instead of constantly flapping their wings like smaller birds, which burns immense calories, condors conserve precious energy, enabling them to efficiently patrol vast and often barren territories, from high mountain peaks to arid deserts and rugged coastlines. Their flight is a perfect example of efficiency, a silent, effortless ballet between biology and physics. Condors are obligate scavengers, meaning their diet consists almost exclusively of carrion, the remains of dead animals. They are nature's cleanup crew, playing a vital role in the health of their ecosystem. Finding this food across immense landscapes is their primary challenge. They rely on extraordinary eyesight, soaring high above the ground to spot not just a potential meal, but also the activity of other scavengers. The sight of vultures circling or gathering on the ground is a clear signal that a carcass has been found. When a condor descends, its size and intimidating presence immediately establish its dominance. Their large size is a key advantage that helps them dominate these carcasses. When multiple scavengers arrive at a dead animal, a clear hierarchy emerges. The bigger and stronger bird usually gains access first, and few can challenge a full-grown condor. Smaller birds are often forced to wait their turn, feeding on the scraps left behind. This size-based dominance ensures the condor gets the most nutritious parts of the meal, a critical factor for survival in a world where the next meal is never guaranteed. Their powerful beak allows them to tear through thick hides that are inaccessible to smaller species, effectively opening up the carcass for the entire scavenger community. To fully understand why condors evolved to be so large, we must travel back to the Pleistocene epoch, the last ice age. This was a world populated by megafauna, giant mammals such as woolly mammoths, towering ground sloths, heavily armored glyptodonts, and vast herds of ancient bison. For a scavenger, this was a world of plenty. The carcasses of these colossal animals provided an enormous and reliable food source. A single dead mammoth could feed a large group of condors for days, even weeks. In this environment, natural selection strongly favored larger birds. A bigger body meant a greater ability to dominate these massive food sources, to travel farther between them, and to endure longer periods of fasting when food was scarce. The evolution of exceptionally large scavenger birds was a direct response to the availability of these huge food sources. The condor's size is a living echo of this lost world, a biological memory of a time when giants walked the earth, and giant appetites were needed to clean up after them. The extinction of the megafauna around 10,000 years ago posed a significant challenge, but the condor's adaptable strategy allowed it to survive by focusing on the carcasses of smaller, modern animals. Another crucial reason condors became so large is that, as adults, they have very few natural predators. Their sheer size and the remote, inaccessible cliffs where they roost and nest make them a difficult target for terrestrial hunters like pumas or bears. This freedom from predation pressure allows for a slow and steady life strategy. Large body size made them difficult to attack and dramatically increased their lifespan. Unlike many bird species that live for just a few years, condors can live for decades, 50, 60, even over 70 years in captivity. This remarkable longevity gives them many chances to reproduce over their lifetime. Condors are monogamous, often forming pair bonds that last for life. Their reproductive rate, however, is extremely slow. A pair will typically raise only a single chick every 2 years. They build simple nests on high, protected cliff ledges, and both parents share the long incubation duty. After the chick hatches, it requires an extensive period of parental care, remaining dependent on its parents for over a year as it learns the complex skills of soaring and foraging. This heavy investment in a single offspring is only possible because of their long lifespan, ensuring that over the decades they can successfully raise enough young to sustain the population. While adult condors are largely safe, their eggs and young chicks are vulnerable to predation from animals like foxes or large birds of prey such as eagles that can access their cliffside nests. However, the greatest survival pressures they face today are not from natural predators, but from human activity. Lead poisoning, from ingesting fragments of bullets left in the carcasses of hunted animals, has been a devastating and primary cause of mortality. Habitat loss and historical persecution also took a heavy toll, pushing the California condor, a close relative, to the very brink of extinction. These modern pressures have added a new, challenging chapter to the condor's evolutionary story. Conservation efforts, including captive breeding programs, reintroduction into the wild, and public education campaigns to encourage the use of non-lead ammunition, are now critical to their survival. The story of the condor has become intertwined with our own, a powerful reminder of our impact on the natural world. In the grand tapestry of life, the white condor is a testament to the power of evolutionary adaptation. Every aspect of its being, from its immense wingspan to its slow-paced life, is a solution to a specific set of environmental problems. Evolution favored those birds that could survive long, energy-efficient flights, endure extended periods without food, and efficiently exploit the massive but widely scattered carcasses of their world. Their size, their flight mechanics, their social dominance, and their longevity are all interconnected pieces of a single, elegant survival strategy honed over millions of years. Even today, in a world vastly different from the one in which they first evolved, condors remain among the largest and most impressive flying birds on Earth. They are extraordinary examples of how the dynamic interplay between environment and survival pressures can shape the destiny of a species, pushing the boundaries of what is possible and creating a true evolutionary giant. As they continue to grace our skies, they serve as a powerful symbol of the wild, a link to a prehistoric past, and a measure of our commitment to preserving the planet's natural wonders for generations to come.